it's Friday, and if you're a subscriber to my channel, you know that means it is time for another fun DIY video with yours truly, Mama Dares to DIY. Now, if you are brand new to my channel, my name is Carrie, and I am Mama Dares to DIY. This Friday's video is going to be amazing because we've got some new girls joining us in our collaborative effort today. We are so excited to have them joining us on our collab this week. Be sure to check out all the girls that are in the collab with us. I'm going to put a link to the playlist down below. And when you visit their videos, drop them a comment and show them some love and let them know that Mama Dares to DIY sent you to their channel. This week's collab is all about Easter. And I know, y'all, it's not even Valentine's Day yet. I mean, hello. See this? I know it's not even Valentine's Day yet, but I don't care. It is nasty and gloomy here in Florida, and I need a little bit of springtime in my life. So we decided that we would bring y'all a great Easter collab this week. I'm ready for the flowers to start blooming, and I'm really, I guess, just wishful thinking and hoping that this is just going to bring it on early. At least that's what the groundhog says anyway. Anyway, in today's video, I'm going to bring you 4 projects. Y'all, 4. I'm giving you 4 projects this week. Can you believe that? Never done 4 projects in one day, I don't think. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I have. I don't know. But I'm super duper excited about today's projects because they are Rae Dunn inspired. Look at this. Is this not adorable? And best of all, everything that I use to make these Rae Dunn inspired pieces for Easter are from the Dollar Tree. You're not going to believe your eyes when you see what I have transformed from the Dollar Tree into these adorable Rae Dunn inspired creations. Now, I am going to be sharing the SVG file because I did use my vinyl cutter to cut these pieces with. But if you don't own a vinyl cutter or if you just don't feel like cutting it, I will be offering the decals for sale. So just check the description box down below. Okay, y'all, that's enough talking. Let's get started. Okay, so for our very first project, I'm going to use a couple of these packages of the 6 packs of eggs that you can pick up at Dollar Tree. Now they come in this cute little carton, and I'm not going to be using the carton today, but I'm going to save it because I am going to use it for another project. Now I'm also going to be using 2 of these little ceramic painting sets from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use the bunny rabbits today. So let's open this guy up. We're just going to pull this out. Now, I did have this one painted already with some Sharpies for another project, but I couldn't find another one, so I'm just going to reuse this guy for this project. Okay, let's just set these to the side for now. So today I'm going to be using my SureBonder glue gun. Y'all know how much I love my SureBonder gun. And we're going to start off just by gluing a couple of our eggs to each one of our little rabbits. Now, first let's figure out where they're going to touch each other. And it looks like they're going to be touching underneath the chest and underneath the chin. So I'm going to put a little glue on both of those spots. Now, after we get everything all glued together, I will go in and reinforce each one of our little joins here. But for now, I'm just going to get them glued together. And it doesn't really matter what color you use for these because they're all going to be painted white anyway. Okay, so now we're just going to glue each one of these together. And there is a seam on these eggs, and I do want to try to join on those seams. Okay, so now that I've got all 6 of these glued on, this is what we're looking at here. Isn't that adorable? Now I am going to hold this just until it cools so we can start putting our second layer on. Okay, so now we're ready to put our second layer on. Now these next layers are going to just touch the tops of here. So we're just going to put our glue right on the top edges. Now it's also going to touch its little next door neighbor here. So I'm going to put just a little dab of glue in between each one of those, as well as the tops here. Okay, now there it is before we paint it. Now I'm just going to flip it over. Let's see which side I like the best. I think I like this side the best. So I'm going to just turn it over here. So now I'm just going to reinforce all of my joins here, just so that it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, now once this cools off, I will take my X-Acto knife and sort of smooth out some of these edges, just so that it's a nice smooth surface before we start our paint job. Isn't that cute? Okay, now that it's all cooled off, I'm going to run outside and I'm just going to give it a nice coat of spray paint with my 2X Rust-Oleum Ultra Matte spray paint in white. Okay, so while that's drying, I've gone ahead and mixed up some more of my linen white chalk paint with my Craft Mart paint in vanilla. And again, it's the same half and half mixture. And I picked up this pretty little cross from Dollar Tree, and we're just going to use the same color and paint our cross. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of the tag. Now, I'm not going to fill in this hole yet because I am going to restring this with some twine. Now we'll let this dry and then we'll flip it over and paint the back side. Okay, so while that piece is drying, I'm going to go ahead and work on our little carrots here. Now, these little carrots did come from the Dollar Tree, and these are just so freaking cute. So I'm just going to give each one of these carrots a coat of paint. Okay, for the last project, I'm going to be using this Love Each Moment sign from the Dollar Tree from the Valentine's Day section, and also one of these cute little rabbit cutouts from the Dollar Tree as well. And I'm only going to need one of these. So instead of sanding all of this off, I'm actually just going to flip it over and use the back side. Now I'm going to go in with half white linen and half vanilla. All right, so that's got all of our vanilla colored objects painted for now. Now let's move on to the little bunny. Now I'm going to be using powder pink from Craft Mart, but you can use any color that goes with your decor. All right, now I'm going to let everything dry really well, and then I'm going to give it another coat of paint. So stay tuned, and we'll be back when all of this is dry and repainted. Okay, so all of our pieces are dried now. I did let them dry overnight just to be on the safe side. I don't want my paint peeling up on any of my projects here. And in the meantime, I went ahead and put my words into my vinyl cutter. Now, I use a Silhouette, but you can use a Cricut or any of the other vinyl cutters out there. I did use the font called the Skinny, and it's a pretty good knockoff for Rae Dunn. Now, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good for a dupe here. So, on our cross here, we're going to put Risen. On our little eggs here, we're going to do Hello Spring. On our little eggs, we're going to say Hop to It. And then on our cute little sign here, we're going to say Happy Easter. Now, just a little tip here that I use, and a lot of crafters out there do it. I actually use contact paper instead of the transfer tape. Transfer tape can be kind of expensive, and to be honest, I really don't like how grippy and strong some of that transfer tape is. So I do like to use the clear contact paper, and sometimes I think you can find this at Dollar Tree. I usually just pick it up at Dollar General whenever I'm there. So I'm going to move a couple of these out of the way. And you can use a little squeegee, but I just usually pick up an old rewards card or an old gift card. I want to make sure it's nice and stuck. Now, I'll give you a little tip. The way that I like to find the center is just to fold it in the middle, and you don't want to crease your words, but just crease your paper, and that helps you know exactly where the center is. Okay, and I can see my center here. I'm just going to line it up right with that edge. I'm just going to use the edge of my X-Acto knife here. It's not easy to get that transfer tape off when you've got your nails done. Okay, so that one is done. Isn't that pretty? So pretty and so appropriate for Easter. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and get the sign out of the way. Now our little bunny is dry. So I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue on the back of him here. If you're really a stickler for finding the center, by all means, grab your measuring tape. I'm more of an eyeballer myself, so that's how I'm going to roll with it. Looks good to me. So now let's take this and cut it apart. And again, I'm going to fold my paper in half so I can find the center. Now, just be aware if you are using contact paper, you will need to rub your squeegee on the front and the back just so that that paper releases really easy. Okay, I think that looks really good. Okay, and that precious. Now I have one more step that I'm going to do to this before I can call this one done, but I'm going to go ahead and put all my words on the rest of my items before I finish this. So I'm just going to lay this to the side and come back to it. All right, for this one, we are going to need to cut each individual letter. And it would have been smart of me to rub them first, to burnish them first, but I'll do it on the next one. Now, let me give you a little quick tip. Sometimes when you're working with curved surfaces, you might have to cut your transfer tape just a little bit so that your sticker will bend. See how that bends when it curves? So just be aware that you might have to do that to some of your decals. Okay, so now all that's left to do is to give it a nice rub, and then we'll peel all the transfer tape off. Okay, now it looks like I do have one little spot on one of my little eggs here where the paint did come up, but no worries, I've got plenty of this paint mixed up. So I'm just going to touch that up really quick when I'm done. Okay. So that's 3 of our words done. We've only got this one left. And these are going to say hop to it. These are probably going to tend to want to roll around, so I'm just going to roll up a little towel here so it makes it easier. Now, this one is actually done. The only thing I may do later is maybe add in a bow on the little bunny's necks. That may be a cute little detail, but I'm just going to move this one out of the way because we are pretty much done with that one. So let's work on these guys. I don't like that I can see this seam here. So I'm just going to take some of my jute cord. Y'all know that's my jam. I'm just going to wrap it a couple of times and then make me a bow to go right in the center here. Okay, these little guys are done. I absolutely love the way that they turned out. So for this one, I'm just going to simply loop some of my jute cord through here. Cut some extra. And then I'm going to take some of these wood beads that I picked up from Amazon. This little cross is so pretty. I just want to dress it up a little bit. Okay, now I'll just tie a little knot in the end. And this one is done too. It's so pretty. This one might be my favorite. Now, moving on to our last and final project. I'm going to do just like I did with this one. I'm actually going to string some jute. I'm going to put my beads on my jute, and then I'm going to put my little beads through here. I'm not real sure how long I want this to hang down. So I'm just going to cut some off. And now I'm just going to string my beads on. Okay, I did cut it really close here at the end, but I'm gonna just go ahead and clip that off and put a tiny drop of glue just so that that doesn't go anywhere. Just be aware when you cut your twine to string that you will be cutting some off as you go, because it does kind of frazzle and fray a little bit. So just make sure you give yourself enough. I did end up using 20 beads on this, and you can use more or less depending on how far you want your little side to hang down. Okay, y'all, that is all 4 of our projects. Aren't they cute? Okay, y'all, that does it for all of our projects today. I am absolutely in love with how they all turned out. I'm really excited to get started decorating for Easter. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, because that would mean the world to me. And until next time, happy DIYing, y'all. That does it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, because that would mean the world to me. And don't forget to grab your SVG file in the description box down below. Or if you want to purchase a set of the decals to make your own, that link will be down below as well. And until next time, happy DIYing, y'all.